Gateway never sits still. We always add things as we recognize a need within the kids. And that's really important to us. I think that's kind of what sets us apart from other places quite often.
So in the last couple of years, we have really developed our internship program to really have a career development focus where we're helping our students in all aspects of career development. So when they're in middle school, they're getting that career exploration, they're kind of learning how to work different type of tasks, starting volunteering. But then when they get into our junior and senior internship, we have now scaffolded our internship so that they are getting a wide variety of skills that they're building on.
This internship piece has been unbelievably successful. We've gone from having kids who graduated from high school and even graduated from college and are sitting on the couch to kids who graduated from high school, are working, are able to go to college and feel comfortable and are being successful. And that's what we wanted. When the students first walk in the door, most of them walk in somewhere around middle school, 9th grade, and they don't have any experience with any of this. And so it's really important to us to make sure that they understand how people work out there in the world, what it looks like, what the expectations are. And so we start with volunteering.
My name is Monique and I'm the volunteer manager here at Kids Meals. And we provide lunches for preschool age children who don't have access yet to a school-based free lunch program. Having the Gateway Academy volunteers here consistently making lunches for us is huge, because knowing that I can count on them to be here every week and to do the hard work is huge for us. And they're here on time and they're doing their job and they're packing their lunches, and it's wonderful for Kids Meals. Once we've given the instructions on what the task is for that day, the staff is great at motivating them and keeping them on task, and the students genuinely stay on task and involved and interested in what's going on. They're flexible, which is really, really what, as a volunteer manager, you look for in a good volunteer, because you do have to be flexible. Things do change, and there are things that you need. Can you pick up this box over here? Can you grab that juice for me? Can you do this? And the Gateway Academy kids will always do that with a smile on their face.
And so once a week, everybody goes and volunteers at the food bank and Kids Meals, just to make sure that the students really understand this is what work is about. This is what we have to do to work as a team. Building stamina is another piece of that, because our kids aren't used to standing on their feet for very long. And so we've got to get them used to doing that.
Like, if you had told me in 8th grade, well, they probably did, that I was gonna go start this internship program and it was gonna be, I was gonna have to work like a job, I would have been in disbelief that that's where I would have to be. How I was kind of eased into it, it made sense to me, and it made me believe that I could do it, because I had been there every step of the way, understanding that this is doable.
And then they move into 10th grade and they do digital citizenship, and they have a culinary class. And that is the very first taste of what it's really going to be like out there. And how they work together as a team in culinary class really predicts a lot about how they are going to show up at the 2.5 hour long internship in junior and senior year. The other piece of this is about companies being able to learn to work with a neurodiverse population. Hear that in the news now all the time. People are hiring people, that are neurodiverse, and we have this program where we're going to hire all these people. Well, that's great, but you got to be trained first. And so we really have made a big, significant difference in the internships that we've gone to.
So my name is Gabby, and I'm the service director at the Heights location on Shepherd. So we really try to challenge them to kind of fulfill the role of partners as well, because we want to be able to help them transition into the workforce. So as they arrive, the first week we do a lot of introduction, kind of walking them through what the expectation is for each different position. And then after that, it's more of the role of once they get in, they check in with whatever department that they're going to be in, and then they quickly get to their task at hand. We really try to push them for independency. In retail and being in the H&E world, we move at a very fast pace. We have to keep up with the pace of the business. And so we do guide them quite a bit just the first 2 days. But every day after that, these guys are quick, right? They pick up pretty quickly, so they're very independent. I've enjoyed Gateway, God, since the first time we got introduced to Gateway. I thought it was a wonderful, incredible thing that we're able to assist with. And just being able to be a part of the transition into workforce, that's a big deal. A lot of people don't have that option, and so if we can introduce it at a younger age and coming straight out of Gateway into workforce, it's awesome. It's awesome to be a part, but it's not just about what they can do for H&E. It's what we can assign them that's going to better them, right? So they fulfill quite a bit of a role. I mean, the biggest thing is the customer service piece. It's always good to have a helping hand and people that are smiling and happy to do what they do. Gateway is exactly that. These guys come in with great attitudes. They're fresh eyes. They're fresh people that get to interact differently. And so, like I said, they help us more than we help them by far. The goal is to teach them life-changing things or things that they're going to be able to carry with them throughout adulthood. Organization, having an eye for detail, understanding maybe EQ a little bit, kind of being able to read a customer situation, or just interacting in general, right? Everyone reacts and interacts very differently, and so the only way to get better at it is repetition, and I think this allows that to happen. But just having an eye for detail, it shows them punctuality, it shows them time and attendance, right? It shows them the basic qualities of kind of what the expectation is in workforce. And so I think it's a really, really good program. I think it's incredible that we're able to participate in it. But I think overall it's a win on both sides. I mean, the Gateway's phenomenal. I wish there was a way that we could get multiple, companies out there to kind of be able to invest in our future. And I think this is a great way to do it.
So it's all got a purpose from the beginning all the way to the end to make sure they're employable, because attending school and making straight A's and algebra and chemistry and all these things are great, but if you can't work because you don't understand it, you still don't have a productive life. You still don't have a purpose. And that's the most important thing for us.
For the future, actually tomorrow I'm interviewing with Montana. It's called the Montana Conservation Corps. And then 2 weeks from now, I'm interviewing for a very similar program in Colorado in the Northern Rockies, which would be awesome. The main point of life for me is to improve and to be this philosophy of being, or motto, I guess, of being a net positive on the world.